Right, now we are live. Say hello, YouTube. Okay, guys, let's get started. I have a problem here, but now I fix. All right, the question number one. What would you do if your best friend shared a secret of yours with other people? What would you do, Jefferson?
I'm eating pão de queijo, but no problem. Can you change the script? Noronha first, please. Yeah.
All right, no problem. Marcos, could you please answer the question number one for us? What would you do if your best friend shared a secret of yours with your other people? You are muted. You need to open your mic.
Okay.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Thank you.
I will be upset. Then I will go out. How can I say afastar? So these people is not my friend. So I don't have our relationships with kind of people.
Yeah. I would get frustrated too, because if you trusted someone and someone break this trust, it's not a good thing. And for sure, I will break out our friendship for sure. For sure. It's not more trust each other. And Jefferson, what about you?
I will finish the relationship with that guy because you need to trust. If you say something, I can imagine my best friend doing this. In reality, he's not my best friend. I think
Yes, of course he's not.
he's not my best friend. It's impossible because I have 5 good friends and one, 2, or 3 my best friends. And I used to say a lot of things with them most of the time. And I never had this kind of problem. But if it happened, you say, run away from me, guy. No more. I want to talk with you because I think relationship is trust. If you must trust in somebody, if you can trust, it's impossible to have a relationship.
I agree with you, Jefferson. For sure, 100%. All right, let's move on for the question number 2. If you saw your friend cheating on their partners, would you keep a secret? Why or why not? It's a hard question, in my opinion. And because when you put between a relationship, it's a hard thing. But I don't like when people cheating each other. I don't know. How do you deal with the situation, Jefferson?
I think it's not so easy. Cheating on their partner. Maybe I keep it as a secret. Maybe. Because sometimes you need to keep your secrets. Sometimes some kinds of secret you can say, you can talk to another person. Sometimes maybe even in cheating on their partner, sometimes, because maybe the guy will kidding with you. This is a kind of situation. Maybe something is not good about hard question, something very hard, kind of cheating about this. So I must keep it as a secret. But if it's something it's not good, something is not good. For example, talk about Fabio. Fabio is not a good guy. Fabio is this and that, about fake news about Fabio. I can't keep it secret. I can't keep it.
I get it. Sometimes we could thinking like this is not my personal problem. I don't know. It's a hard situation. And Marcos,
It's hard situation too. In the first time, I keep, but after I will talk about him and I will say to talk other partners to change the attitudes and everybody talk to resolver to
solve the problems.
resolve that's the promise. That is it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Marcos, for answer. Okay, let's move on for the next question, the number 3. If you had to share your deepest secret with someone, who would you share it with? Who, Marcos? If you had, of course.
I would share with my best friend. Only sometimes my father. My father,
Yeah,
is my best friend too. My father helped me when I need. Only two peoples. I can to share deepest secret. And you, Jefferson.
I think it depends the kind of secret. Because most of the secrets I share with my wife. But imagine the situation. I won in a lottery. I can share with my wife because she spent all my money and I need to save my money to invest it. So this is a terrible situation. I can't do this. But most of the time, not my deepest secret. And most of my secret, I'm a very open guy. Man. I used to talk, to discuss, to share with my wife everything that I do. Because I think I'm married for 36 years. And it's very important you open everything, all your secrets, good and bad secrets. You must open to talk with somebody. Unfortunately, I have no father now, but I have good friends. And some secrets I used to talk with good friends.
yeah, I agree with you and Jefferson. In my case, it's like the same. It depends what kind of secret or what kind of talking I need to have. And in general, I talking about everything with my wife. I've been married for 22 years. It's a long time, and she has been a good friend for me too. But some kind of, I don't know if you could say secrets, but some kind of talking. I like to talk with my youngest brother. He is my best friend, my youngest brother, and we used to share each other a private conversation about conversations like men talk, you know what I mean? Things to men. That's it. That's it. Would you like to add something else for these questions, or you could move on for the next one? Right,
No,
let's move on.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead, James.
Let's move on.
All right. And the question number 4. If you share stuff about your life with a friend and they shared nothing with you, what would you do? Thank you. Thank you. My wife becomes cough to me.
Great.
That's the big secret of your life, to have a good relationship. Huh?
Yeah.
To serve and to be served.
Yeah, it's true. I agree. All right. The question number 4, right?
Right.
If you share, yes. How do you deal with this situation, Jefferson? You think it's kind of obligation in a friendship or not? Not at all.
Well, if I share some stuff about my life with my friend, with a friend or the best friend, if they share nothing, that means it's not a good, maybe something's not interest for him. Sometimes it's very common with me. A lot of friends, etc., used to say something to me. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I used to think, this is not my business. Not my business. Why I can say something? For example, relationship with my friend and the wife of him. How can I say something about this? It's very complicated. He asked for me, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I only used to say, you must to have dialogue. I think it's a very important, a good conversation. I think that's the situation. Imagine I can tell something for Noronha about my life. Noronha, I'm the richest guy of Goiânia now because I won the lottery. And Noronha will say to everybody, oh, Jefferson now is a rich guy. You must to spend money with us, okay. So I think you must to pay attention about the thing that you must to share and who will you share. I think that's the point. If you have dialogue, it's okay. You have not dialogue. If something important, it's okay. It's important only for you. It's not my business, but it's important for us. It's my business.
Yeah, I get it. And you, Marx?
I agree with Jefferson. It depends the situation. When you share something, another people listen, and they always listen you. Maybe that person don't want to say nothing, because he only this person only a good ouvinte. Sometimes it's very important to find somebody to listen you, only listen you. You only have to speak about, and the other people only listen. That's important. this person in my life. I like.
Yeah, thank you, Marx. And in my opinion, I think this kind of thing, when you share things about my life with other people, other friends, it's a natural thing. They share their things with me. It's not our obligation, not at all. And I think it's a natural thing because if I don't feel comfortable to talk, not about anything, but about some things, some personal things. If I now I'm not feel comfortable to talk with someone about some things about my life, I don't see the other guy as my friend. I see as a colleague, as a annoying, but not my friend because in my case I think it's natural. I have some friends and some friends talk to me about his weekend, some personal problem, not everything, but some things it's common, share each other, in my opinion. It's a natural in a relationship, in a friendship. All right. And the question number 5, the 5, if you broke someone's trust by revealing a secret, how would you try to build their trust again? I think this question is linking with the question number 1. In my personal opinion, I think it's impossible to fix it if I trust, if I broke a trust in a friendship, in my opinion, of course. But what about you, Jefferson?
I can't imagine a secret, but about the news. I worked in government for 35 years. 35 years as chief of department, secretary, and a lot of places. And I remember one situation that I had a very good news for the government, but we will have the data was not possible to publish because the data we work with IBGA, and so it was a secret. And I told to the secretariat told to the governor. Imagine the situation. It's impossible to reveal. And they kept it, the secret, because they revealed the secret. And was terrible situation because my situation with IBGE was terrible. I spent a long time with no trust for the border of IBGE. What's a terrible situation, and how to build this trust again. I think it's I think it's confidence. You need to say, "Oh, sorry, but I trust with my secretary. I trust with the government, but they did keep it the secret. What can I do?" So it's not so easy. It's not so easy to build their trust again. It's not so easy. But as the music used to say, the time goes by. Nothing better than the time. You need to think about the time, the right time, and to rethink. Because sometimes you can say something and the other can reveal the secrets. Maybe a situation. And this situation, for example, was terrible for me. You can say something for your wife about something, and your wife in a party drink beer and can talk a lot of things. It's not appropriate at that time. What can you do? Sometimes not so easy. And I saw a lot of guys at this situation. I have a lot of friends. I love to play soccer. at the end of the soccer, used to drink beer, and I used to listen not good things about the other guys, and I didn't pay attention for the listen. I didn't pay attention because sometimes it's a kind of secret. Sometimes it's not a secret, but it's not something good about our colleagues that were playing soccer.
Yeah, it's I get it. And Marcos, what about you?
I agree with you, Fabio. It's impossible. Unforgiven. The person do this. They don't say it was by a accident. The person did something sort. So it's unforgiven. I go out, perdeu a confiança.
Yeah. You can't trust him anymore, right? All right, and Marcus, let me. I had out of I can see. Number 6. If you knew that find out some secrets would you hurt you deeply, would you still choose to hurt them? Not at all. I don't like bad news. I prefer don't know. And I think that what my eyes don't see, my heart don't feel. Don't hurt my hurts. All right. And Marcus, if you knew that find out some secrets.
No, I agree with you. For example, I don't like to realize to do exams, exams, because if I don't feel, I don't see, I don't feel. So I hate to do exams. I don't like. Então, this question, I don't choose.
Yeah, it's not a wise decision, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we need to make exams to care about ourselves. But I can understand you. Sometimes I hate bad news.
Because I know the people were bad, were good. So the person finding a cancer in 6 months, the person is another people. Then you die soon because de resultado.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Jefferson, what's your opinion?
I think it's a hard question for me because I passed this situation. My brother had something that's not good about your life, and I was talking with the doctor, and the doctor said to me, "Your brother will live only 6 months."
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I used to say, how can I say this for my parents, to my mother? My mother's an old mother. How can I say this? It's very, very complicated. But at the end, I said, unfortunately, I can't keep this kind of secret. And I think the best news it's about our life, because hurt a lot if you think somebody is not good in health. I think it's a terrible, terrible situation. And how can you keep this kind of secret? How can you communicate it? I imagine the situation of the doctor. The doctor must to say the truth, the truth. And I think it's not so easy for a doctor. But the doctor told me because I'm undergraduated, maybe.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do, of course.
Yeah. And
Of
what
course.
what to do? It's a terrible situation.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's I have a curiosity. Most of the time, as a professional, because I did doctorate in something else, and a lot of parents, relatives used to say a lot of things to me. As a doctor, I'm not a doctor. I just have PhD degree in economics, but I'm not a doctor. A lot of relatives used to say a lot of secrets for me as you must solve my problem. It's not so easy. And they choose me.
Yeah. Sometimes it's impossible to avoid this situation. If I can avoid, of course, I avoid to know about bad things. But sometimes it's impossible to avoid this. We need to find out, or we need to review these bad things for someone. But it's a hard situation, of course.
But unfortunately, you must deal with the reality. What can you do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. Let me fix something. Yeah. And do you like to add something else? Or we can move on for the next 7, right? 7. Let's move on. The number 7. If a word parent found their kid's journal, would you advise them to read it or not? I would say not, because it's about privacy and we need to be loyal to our kids too. And the kids need to trust us and we need to trust the kids. If you have a good relationship with his son or her daughter, I think it's not necessary to read things that she or he write about themselves, in my opinion. But I'm a little curious, Jefferson, would you read or not?
Yeah. It's
Oh, would
again.
you advise to read, or do you advise not at all?
I think you must filter the news, to check the news, because maybe a fake news and maybe a kind of interpretation is not good. It's not good for you to communicate it with your parents. Maybe this kind of situation. I remember a long time ago, I lived in an apartment and just a little guy committed suicide. And I used to the journalists, don't take photos of the place, please, don't take photos. And unfortunately, they took a lot of photos. And the next day, I saw the newspaper with the photos. And I talked to the relative, sorry, I tried, but I can avoid this situation. It was a terrible situation for me, and I was with the journal with me, and before I talk a lot, I advised the guys about the news, because I used to say, this is the journal, this is the magazine. So a lot of guys that live in this building, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna ask you a lot of things. So in this case, I read the news with him, advise him about some situation, how to communicate with the other guys that live in that building. And that situation was so nice. At the end, it was so nice.
I get it. What about you, Marcos?
I advise to don't read. I agree with you. The trust, relationship with trust, with talk. In my case, in my family, I always talk with my wife. We have a daughter, so my daughter is near my wife. I need to my wife to talk about him everything, to respect private, but to necessary to talk about to to ganhar confiança.
Yeah.
So I don't agree to read the kids journal, to see the cell phone, email. I want to my wife and me to talk about everything. We ganhar a confiança de our daughter.
Yeah, we need to get trust from him or get trust from her,
Okay.
to use our example, because we one day be loyal to us, and we need to be loyal to him or to her. Eh, uh, it's a wrong thing to read the personal things from our kids, in my opinion. Thank you, Marcos. Thank you so much. Um, the question number 8. If he asked, would you say that we are all entitled? I don't know, it's my pronunciation, it's correct, I'm sorry. To have secrets that we don't have to share with anyone. And Jefferson.
In Minas Gerais, they used to say that you never reveal two kinds of secrets. You have hemorrhoids and you're very rich. You never reveal this kind of secrets. It's very common. It's a joke, but it's very interesting because it's a personal secret. You can say, oh, I'm very rich. I have this kind of problem. You can't reveal this kind of secrets. So I think the secret, it's very particular. It's unique, some kinds of secrets. You never must to reveal in any situation. Why to reveal? Why to reveal like Augusto that live in a little city, or a town, a city, I don't know. To reveal, I'm very rich. That this guy now, I think it's from Minas Gerais, that was killed. He won the lottery and said to everybody, I'm rich now, and etc. And they kill him. I think it's not a good situation. So in my case, some kinds of secrets I can share with anyone. Because as I said, it's very unique. It's partly some kinds of secrets. Why to review? It's just my business. It's not the business of the other persons. It's not just my business. Why to review?
Yeah. Yeah. I just checked the pronunciation about the word. It's entitled. Entitled.
Entitled. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally
Entitled.
forget.
Yeah.
I totally forget the pronunciation. And Marcus, and what do you think?
I
You think everybody has the right to keep A secret?
It depends the person to person. In my case, I only share secrets another people that people can help me. Help can be only listen, but is help. Então, I share my secrets only these people that help me the any way, but I like it. No, I think that the person are all entitled to have a secret.
Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move on for the question number 9. If you had the chance, would you work as secret agent like James Bond? Why or why not? Marcos, if you had the chance, would you work as a secret agent?
I don't like to work as a secret agent to investigate the life of the peoples. I hate this. I respect the peoples that work with this, but I hate. I don't want.
Yeah, and it could be a Jane job, a danger job.
Yeah, em Rio de Janeiro, então, danger.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Jefferson, what do you think? Would you like to change your profession?
No, I will follow my leader, Noronha, because Noronha have a big experience in Rio de Janeiro now. He's living in Portugal.
Yeah.
I can't imagine about this situation. I can't imagine as a secret agent invest in financial crimes or other kinds of crimes. I never can imagine this. Or even about secret agent. I can imagine about gossip, the relationship between man and woman, wife, the secrets. I can't imagine this situation. I think it's not real. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. And I can't imagine I work as a military.
Yeah,
as
me too,
a
me too.
guardian.
I can imagine it. I do not have this kind of ability to do the job. Of course, in my case, it's impossible thing to do. All right. Any of us would become a secret agent, all right? Let's move on for the last one, the question number 10. It's an interesting question. If you were a politician, would you be completely honest or would you keep secrets? Why? Marcos.
About Brazil, I think it is impossible. You are an honest politician because the politician is very corrupt. So if you go into the politician, another time you aren't honest another time.
Right. Jefferson, do you like politician, right?
Yeah, politician, yeah.
Politician, right.
Yeah.
And if you were a politician, would you be completely honest or would you keep secrets?
I work with them 35 years. With me, with government, with secretaries, a lot of them. And the concept of to be honest is not to be corrupt, but sometimes you can say the reality. Sometimes it's not so easy for a politician to say the reality, because hurt a lot of guys, and they need to be voted to a position that he assumed. Sometimes it's not so easy. A lot of situation, and I saw a lot of these situations. Not so easy. How can you communicate something? It's not good for the population. It's impossible to keep. It's impossible. You must keep some kind of secret. You can review later, because unfortunately the media, the society can spread the news very quickly about the situation that is not good that moment. And we will leave this in. I worked with Henrique Santillo, it's the governor of Goiás, and I don't know if you remember the Césio. I work with the Césio. Césio, 137, 30, Césio, no? Yeah, Césio, I don't know the number. And it was a difficult situation for us because I work with the government, and how to communicate the truth was impossible. How can you spread the news? It's okay. Goiânia now it's full of guys, everybody will die with this Césio. It's like Césio, I think it's the same situation that we will live it. I think it's the same situation of COVID-19. How can you spread the news? You don't know the consequence of this kind of disease. How can you spread? So yes, for a politician, it's not to be completely honest, but sometimes you can say the truth, the reality. You can say later, but not that time. You have the right time to say the things, or sometimes you never used to say. I was reading something about the guys from Minas Gerais. I forget Tancredo Neves. It's very interesting, the biography, and he used to say that sometimes you can say a lot of things because it's not the right time, but in the future I can say. That's why you see you have a lot of secret for example, the secret of the government, like in the United States, you must to keep secret at least for 10 years.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Marcos, do you live in Portugal, right?
Right, Portugal, Viana do Castelo.
I'm a little curious. Are you gonna vote it or not because you live outside Brazil about elections?
Oh, I understand you.
It's possible you voted or not.
Come back to Brazil?
No, in Portugal, it's possible to.
Okay, I understand.
You voted in Portugal.
If I can to vote, I can't vote, but I need to have igualdade card. I need to ask the government.
You need a document, right?
A document.
A right document.
But only ask the government. But I don't ask. I don't ask.
You will need to justify your vote, right?
Yes, I
get it.
Oh, sorry, I vote em eleição do Brasil, que tá perguntando? Desculpa.
Yes, because you are Brazilian, but you live in Portugal.
Okay,
I don't know if it's possible you
vote. If I want to vote, 6 months ago, I had to communicate to consulado to transfer my título to Portugal. So I have to justify. that I'm in Portugal.
I get. Very good. The election is coming very fast,
Yeah.
and I don't like politician, not at all. But I'm a little confused about these last days. I have been read a lot of things about politician in the last days to decide what to do. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I enjoyed this conversation a lot.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you,
you.
Fabio. Thank you, Noran.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jefferson.
Jefferson. Thank you. I enjoy a lot to spend time with you guys.
Okay, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Have a good
Nice.
one. See you soon.